Welcome to District 4.
The hungriest place to be.
The hungriest place to be. So we're going to give you guys a few minutes to get in. We might as well, since I busted us, tell you what we're eating.
So today, we got Chipotle. The lady didn't give me hardly any lettuce. But
And my favorite thing from Chipotle, their guac. It is so good.
So,
the guac is the bomb.
I got the double steak and chicken because I need my protein. So
I had steak and chicken, but not double.
that's because she's weak. She's soft. You got to be strong.
So I hope you have grabbed your lunch. So go grab something, and we'll wait for you a few minutes and see everybody that comes in.
So good.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
So while we're waiting, we'll talk about the playlist.
Do I have to?
No.
Okay. So we have a playlist. It shows all of our videos. Just in case sports might not be your section particularly, there's other videos that we make about finances, relationships. You know, we do court cases. So it's not just one thing. We have multiple things that we do. I guess like a list of things that we do. Or if there's anything else that you'd like for us to talk about, feel free just to let us know.
Yes, and make sure you click the notification bell. This is very important because we do different shows. We want to make sure you get the series that you want or that you get a chance to watch some of the other shows. But either way, I'm sorry. Either way, Chipotle's getting me. Either way, it will notify you when we do our next posting. So, for example, if you just like sports, it'll tell you when all the sports shows are going to be posted.
Also, because YouTube doesn't always recommend. Sometimes it doesn't. So might as well get those guaranteed notifications so you know that you're coming to the best place to be for
That is
information
right.
and news.
Best place to be, period.
Yeah, in life.
Okay.
No?
Okay, no,
All right, my bad. Best place to be for YouTube.
So we're talking NBA sports. We're going to start with our NFL. This is my favorite. I love basketball. I love sports, period. But I'm always loving when we get into the NFL because I get to talk about my favorite teams in the NFL. Since the Lakers are not in the finals.
Because they weren't good enough.
Oh, do I have to remind him we won last year?
We
just wanted to give everybody else a break.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's what. You see the hat? We still here.
Whatever.
So I'm going to talk about my team because we're still successful.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Okay.
Really?
So we won last night. Expected. We're better than everybody. No, yeah, we won last night. It was pretty convincing. Atlanta pretty much got whooped on. They tried the best they could. It wasn't enough.
You have to give Atlanta props.
No, I do give them props.
Yeah,
They played
I mean,
better than I think they would.
Played way
especially
better than
without their, like, you know, those superstar dudes.
Sure.
And they beat us that first game without them pretty bad. And everybody's like, oh my God, Milwaukee's going to lose. They don't have a chance. And then, nope, Brook Lopez has a 29-point game, which I didn't see coming. I didn't think he was going to do that.
No, you thought once Giannis went down, that
It
was
was going to
it.
be a little different. But
That's
then,
what I thought.
But when you think about it, here's the thing. So when Giannis goes down, like, not that I wanted him to go down, but everybody on the court can now shoot. So there's better spacing. So, like, you can't just, like, pack the paint because you have to worry about other people hitting shots. You know, when Giannis is on the court, like, he's only inside. So, like, if Drew drives, can't anybody really help because everybody, you know what I'm saying? And so what ended up happening later is Atlanta had the same game plan, and they just started giving him a whole bunch of threes because they can't collapse. But also, Brook Lopez is bigger than Giannis.
Yes.
That's a big dude.
Brook Lopez is.
Yeah, I think he's like 7'1", 275 or something.
He's
like
like
that.
Shaq.
Ridiculous.
Shaq kind of height.
And so he ended up shooting 14 for 18. He didn't miss hardly anything. It was ridiculous. I was like, oh, we needed that. But I think we win the next game. Honestly, I don't think unless Trae Young plays, then it'll be different. But if he doesn't play, I think we win the next game. I think our team's just better overall. Sorry, and bigger still. They have a hard time out rebounding us. Yeah, that's pretty much for that. The Suns finally, Chris Paul finally made it to the finals.
You know, okay, so I was still hanging on to the Clippers. I really was. I was so wanting them to win, and But I did, I feel like Chris Paul needs to win I don't know if he will against Giannis, but I feel like just giving the opportunity for him to make it is a good one.
I mean, Chris Paul's my favorite point guard, so I'll be happy if he wins. Less happy than if Milwaukee would have won, but I won't be mad entirely either way. I still think Milwaukee, fully healthy. If Giannis doesn't play, I think we don't have much of a chance. Not against them.
Not against the Suns.
No, not against the Suns. But if Giannis plays, I think we have a good enough chance. Because they don't have, excessive amounts of athleticism or size either. They're kind of with DeAndre Ayton, they're kind of like our team. Similar, they're just smaller. They shoot, I think they shoot a little better than us, but not to the point where it's man, we don't have a hope shooting the ball. I still think we're going to out-rebound them. I still think we're going to score more points in the paint.
Yeah.
I think we're beating Atlanta points in the paint by 100 and something, which is ridiculous. That's a lot of points that you're giving up in the paint. So, yeah, I think we still win, but that's why I got mine. Okay. Now, in a couple weeks, it's going to be championship Bucks.
Whatever.
Okay. You feel me? This month for those. So that's
this is what I wanted to see. I mean, I would have preferred the Clippers, but I wanted to see not the Hawks. No disrespect to the Hawks, we're just, this is what we do. But and if I'm being honest, I would have been the Hawks. I might have watched it or whatever, but I really wanted to see if I had to choose.
I don't know, just the Suns versus Atlanta just doesn't sound entertaining. It doesn't.
It didn't.
I'm not looking
I want to see the Hawks.
I want to watch the Hawks play. No. Especially if Trae Young isn't there.
Oh, yeah.
If he's not there, I definitely don't want to watch
don't want to see it. Yeah,
I want to watch Lou Williams and Kevin Huerter and Bogdanovich play basketball for possibly 7 games. No, thank you. I would solely be watching because of Chris Paul, but I wouldn't expect that series to be close anyway. So,
I wouldn't have expected it to be
it
close.
has to be Milwaukee. That's going to be perfect.
So, based on what we know now, I might not even need to ask the question because it's clearly you're biased, but who do you think would win? Not that who you would want to win, but based on what we have and the whole Giannis situation. I hope Giannis is there because I really want them to win, and people not go, Giannis,
Chris Paul.
we don't want to hear all that. We just wanted them to just have a legit, everybody's kind of healthy kind of thing.
Like I said, I think because we can match up with their bigger lineup and their smaller lineup. And I think Drew Holiday can do a good enough job, especially on an older Chris Paul. It's not as fast as it used to be. Drew Holiday, I think, is 32. Chris Paul's 36. I think they're both in a good enough wheelhouse to where they can where Drew can guard Chris Paul. I feel like Cameron Payne's going to have a hard time trying to score on Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
I just don't see that happening. But I just feel like we have a lot of pieces defensively. I think that's what's going to change it is our ability defensively. Because our whole team's big, we can switch everything. Because they don't have a big dude.
Yeah.
So Giannis can play the 5, Bobby can play the 4, and you know what I'm saying? We can do it like that to where we match up. Because I know Jay Crowder plays a lot at the power forward, and I think he's 6'7", and Bobby Portis is 6'9", so they can just guard each other. So
Speaking of Giannis, let's talk about the series as a whole. Had a ridiculous amount of injuries.
You talking about the playoffs?
Yes.
Yeah.
What was going on with that? Are they practicing too hard, or why were there? It just seemed like an unusual amount of injuries.
So what I think happened is that they had too short of an offseason. And so, people who went deeper into the playoffs, a lot of teams that went deep into the playoffs last year had injuries this year. Milwaukee went to the second round, Giannis gets injured. DiVincenzo got injured too. Clippers go deep into the playoffs, Kawhi Leonard gets injured. Jamal Murray gets injured. They went deep into the playoffs. The Lakers won the finals. Anthony Davis gets injured. It's Trae Young got injured. It's too many, and these are, a lot of them aren't small injuries. A lot of them are some of these people didn't get a chance to play in the playoffs at all. Jamal Murray didn't play at all. Anthony Davis missed 40-something games, to the point where it changes the course of a lot of stuff.
Right.
Even their Klay Thompson is still injured, but that has nothing to do with the season. But it's even for the regular players, Wiseman got injured. Curry had a little bit of missing games himself, and it's like I think they mashed too much into the season.
The seasons?
Yeah,
Because maybe they needed a break of some sort.
I think they needed a longer
like,
break, or they should have had a short. And I don't think they should have played more than 60 games this year, and just do it. I would have rather have that, and then use those extra games to have like a little playoffs, kind of for like everybody, just for like 1 year or whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of injuries.
I just felt like that was just, we gotta be kidding. It was like every time it was like getting into something, it was like, the main person would get injured. And I'm like, what?
Even LeBron got injured this year.
Even LeBron got injured.
And
And
LeBron
LeBron
never gets injured.
I mean, he never gets injured.
So when I see now, I was like, I know something. Because I think he spends like $2 million on his body every year.
That is crazy.
I was like, LeBron got injured, I know something.
LeBron,
Yeah,
give
look.
it to charity. Give it to charity.
That's like
Fix your
spending
body.
$20 for him.
I know, but still.
No, he has charities and stuff too. He's in
I know.
He's in a whole bunch of kids.
I love LeBron.
College and stuff. But yeah, I think it's too much for the players. And they don't really have a say-so in it. I feel like that's part of the reason too. They don't get to choose. Like maybe, because if they take games off, then they get fined because they're not playing, and we're paying you to play and you're not playing. It's like, I think it's too much.
I feel like it's too much. So, just to segue a little bit into the NFL.
Wait, hold on. Okay. So one thing,
Okay.
Damian Lillard might leave Portland.
Oh.
That's something that's very, very important to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And one of his teams that he picked to go to is the Los Angeles Lakers. If the Lakers get Damian Lillard,
I feel the tears. I'm holding
I feel like that's gonna be
that's gonna be like
we learned a lot.
hand rubbing delicious.
So there's that. So we're watching Damian Lillard. Ben Simmons has to get the hell up out of Philly. They're burning his jersey. That's not a joke.
No, but I mean it's not really funny, but it's
they're
like
burning this man's jersey. So
it's shocking how
they
serious
cooking your
people,
shirt.
Would that make you want to stay more?
No.
Work harder and okay, no.
He can't go to the gas station or nothing.
He can't even get gas.
Can't even get gas. You gotta send an assistant to do that.
Guys, calm down.
They burned LeBron jersey and they burned Durant jersey. Ben, it's your turn. Get your jersey cooked.
Well, that one was a little justified, I have to say. With
He shot 2 for
Durant
16 game
jersey.
7. Ben Simmons shot 2 for 16 game 7. Not dunking them. He's just out there throwing it around.
He's just closing his eyes and just bam.
Throwing it around. In God we trust. And I know it says it on every dollar and every coin, but you still got to do your part.
Not anymore. They took it off.
Oh, did they? Oh, okay. Well,
Took it off. Some
still.
people get mad at it.
Ben needs to do something. That's trash. 2 for 16.
Okay, so for next year, before we do go to the NFL, since we're still on the NBA, for next year, speaking of switches and stuff, what changes would you like to see on these teams? Like, if you could wave a magic wand and be like, okay, this is the ideal situation for what we know about the NBA.
Okay, so I'm not going to do every team because that's going to take way too long.
No.
There's 30 of them. But
Just the major
I want
ones.
Klay Thompson to come back.
I want Klay Thompson to come back.
Yeah, for Golden State. I feel
Okay.
like they would have did a lot better with him there.
Do you think that he can? Oh, he's pretty.
He's been out for 2 years. And he should be back next
like
season.
with the rehabbing and
Yeah,
stuff.
with 2 years with rehab and stuff, you should, because he didn't play last year or the year before that, so you haven't like stressed it or anything. He should be fine by next year. I would like to see him come back.
I would too.
I want Atlanta to try to get one more piece to help Trae Young. I feel like I feel like this might be the best season they have, but I feel like they need one more piece for them to like
One
get over
more,
the hump.
yeah, just to get.
Because I feel like in the
Right.
finals they would just make him play by himself. So that I like the Suns team. I think the Clippers really need to look in getting a playmaking point guard, somebody that's going to move and pass the ball effectively.
I feel like there's a piece
And
missing with
my
them, and I
thing is
can't figure out what it is.
The fact that they live in LA, they should definitely try to go after Damian Lillard too. They should try to.
We don't see him on the show.
They should definitely try. It's a safe city. He's not going anywhere.
Get rid of. What do you mean? Of course, he needs to be on the Lakers if he's going to be in LA. No, we didn't say that. Send him hate mail in the
I
comments.
need Dallas to do something. Rick Carlisle retired.
Dallas is almost trying to do something.
They
We
need
just don't
a
know
couple
exactly.
things. Okay. Porzingis has to play like he cares about basketball.
Yeah, you said that.
They need somebody to help Luka because he does way too much.
Yeah.
Tim Hardaway need to be traded. I'm sorry. I think he needs to be traded.
You think he needs to be traded?
Yeah.
Well, what poor soul has to get him after he leaves Dallas? Don't do that.
Atlanta.
You might do better there. You might do. No, I actually would like to see maybe. Yeah, I think out of all that, Klay Thompson coming back.
Kyle Kuzma has to get the hell out of here.
I love you, Cal. Don't you stop? Why?
That was the worst basketball performance I have
He
seen.
had a bad, season.
No.
He was.
No.
Everybody struggles
No,
sometimes,
I'm not
except for
trying to
Michael
hear
Jordan.
that. I am not trying to hear that. That was trash. They should burn his jersey too. Yep.
We're not confirmed. We cannot confirm nor
Because when
recommend
he was
that
focused
you.
on basketball, he was playing really, really well. He got to LA, started doing that trifling stuff, tried to become a fashion icon with the weak outfits he got, and then started playing like
The
trash.
views of our guests do not reflect District 4's opinions on Cal Guzman.
Either way, he need to go.
What do you think? He's not holding the team down.
Tonight.
They just need to build him up.
Nah, you did enough building. The building is broken. Go on, move on. He need to go. Y'all gotta get rid of Wesley Matthews because he trash too.
I agree with Wesley Matthews.
And y'all got
I
him
agree
from
with
us.
that. We do need to get
When we seen him in the playoffs,
Wes,
like, y'all can have
love
him.
you, gotta go. Not helping the team at all.
Dennis Schroeder, in fact, LA got a bunch of changes. Dennis Schroeder got to go too. He can't shoot. You can't be out there at that slow jump shot, hitting all the front of the rim, and we pay you $10 million.
We still have Anthony and LeBron, so
And then you
we don't
got to
have to
start
do too
over.
many changes.
Everybody else after that sucked. That's sad to say, right?
It is
Professional
sad.
basketball players.
I think the Clippers need more work than the Lakers.
Nah.
Okay, so they're a good team, but I do feel like there's something missing.
Yeah, they need a playmaker.
I mean, they need something. They need that playmaker.
They need a better rim protecting big. Zubac is not the answer. You're tall and useless.
Oh, what?
You don't do nothing. He got killed by DeAndre Ayton.
The cruelty for those of you Clippers fans. We're sorry.
Shanking him. He was killing him. You got to be better.
I still feel like overall maybe they need to also rest more. I don't want to see a bunch of injuries every 5 minutes. It just kills the momentum. We want to see the good ones go, the heads go against the heads. We don't want to see the heads go against the other players. I mean, thank you if you step up. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you for your time. But we really want to see those teams just like that are hardcore with all
We're
the
still
players.
waiting for LA
going in.
versus LA. We're still waiting on it. 2 years, we're still waiting on
We're
it.
still, yes. We need to get an LA versus LA. It has to happen at some time.
Every game's a home game. That's perfect.
That would be
You
perfect.
can play the game and go right back home.
I feel like too, whether you're a Lakers or a Clippers fan, I mean, somebody needed to win this year.
Yeah.
We needed to get out of two teams.
I still think the Clippers have more pressure because Lakers just won.
Yeah, we just won, so.
Clippers, they put all that effort. Okay, they put all that effort into the Clippers and nothing to show for it.
I felt, okay, so it started getting better towards the end
Mhm.
because at the beginning I was kind of upset that they were winning by so many points. It was like making every game boring. I was just
Yeah.
like, I don't even need to watch. Some of the games I was like, I just can just cut this off because I know that,
Yeah.
the Bucks are going to win by 30. But then it started going, point for point, and then somebody would get injured.
Yeah.
Or Chris got sick. And I was like, did you get the shot? Chris, Paul, if you did not get that COVID-19 shot, I'm going to need you to get it.
You got it now.
Yeah, so this does not happen again. Get the
No, I
shot.
think it'll be fine. Yeah. There's a lot of changes that need to happen.
Yeah, I think all in all, it wasn't a bad series at the end. At the end there, because I love the tight games when they're tight.
Mm-hmm.
That makes you watch. That makes you bet. That makes you, do what you be.
If y'all didn't give up that buzzer beater, y'all would still be in the playoffs. Mm-hmm.
Why are you bringing up old stuff?
Okay.
Why you got to pull out of all the things I was talking about?
Fairly new to me. You know who's still in the series?
I'm never gonna hear the end of this, especially if they win. It's just gonna be. It's gonna be over.
I'm
It's
moving
every
to
show
Wisconsin.
we're gonna hear.
I'm moving straight to Wisconsin.
He's moving to Wisconsin.
Mhm. Same night we win. First flight out there,
Really?
Wisconsin. Born and raised in Milwaukee.
No, he wasn't. He was not. He's from California. You made that up. In your heart.
At heart. Home is where you make it.
Okay, we have no idea why he's a Milwaukee fan because he was not born and raised in Milwaukee.
Speaking of home, shout out to the Denver Broncos. We're winning it all this year.
I'm gonna need you to.
I'm just gonna say that. I don't care about Brady. I don't care about nobody. Denver for the win.
You know who we should be speaking of Wisconsin? We should talk about what is going on, updates, and the treatment of Aaron Rodgers. I mean,
I think he's just sick of losing.
but it's not even that. Look at how they're treating him, though. Do you feel like they're not treating him the best?
A little bit is a little bit of both.
A little both
They're kind of
sides.
like, well, we ain't moving. And he's like, you need to. Because if I leave, y'all don't have nothing. And I feel like they didn't get him enough good players over the years he had been there. He has like the lowest turnover rate in almost NFL history for a quarterback.
But he had good players. I feel
But
like.
not good enough to win the Super Bowl.
Well,
That's the problem.
no, but.
that's the problem. So when you have somebody that throws 35, 40 touchdowns and has 2 or 3 interceptions all year, that's somebody that's valuable.
Which is crazy, by the way. Crazy.
He's not
by
turning the ball
way.
over.
Yeah, that is. I mean, you can't deny that the man's a great quarterback.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
can't
we're gonna
argue
just
that.
have to go there with that because I'm not good. He's great. Quarterback.
He has one of the
Yeah.
higher QB ratings. I think one of the highest ones in the NFL, if not the highest one in the NFL, which is why they say he's the best quarterback. Tom Brady does.
Well, I was gonna say Tom Brady. You can't.
I think
You're gonna say Tom
Tom
Brady
Brady
with
gets
6
it because of
Super Bowls.
accolades, which you can't deny. I think he has almost 7 Super Bowls or something like 6.
I feel like they're two different types of quarterbacks. I feel like that Aaron Rodgers would be more of an athletic.
He's more athletic.
Yeah, and
Everybody's
then,
more
of
athletic
course,
than Brady.
Tom Brady is very technical,
He's
and that's
just
and very team
Stale
oriented.
old dude.
Oh! The views reflected in this section do not reflect the views of District 4.
throwing the ball.
These are the opinions of the.
My grandfather's playing football, and he's in the Super Bowl.
I think he's doing well to
You
be
can't.
so.
He just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you
even argue.
cannot
He's doing
deny
amazing
he's a good
stuff.
quarterback
I can't
now.
say anything. You can
There
never
was-
deny whether he's good. They were just trying to figure out, is he the best? And then he won again on a different team. Everybody's kind of like, well.
Yeah, because the whole thing back
Well,
then
we do
was
because of
whether or
Bill
not it was
Belichick.
Bill Belichick. We were saying, was it Belichick? Was it Brady? Belichick, Brady, Belichick.
Mhm.
And I went on Team Belichick because I thought, well, come on, he's old. Or I thought, okay, come on, he's not even athletic inclined. So I thought once they separated, that the New England would continue to win and that Tom Brady might do okay. Did we know he was going to go to a whole nother team and win an entire Super Bowl?
The
We
first
did not.
season. It didn't even
Like the
take him.
first season,
It was
it
the
didn't
first
even
season.
take him. Yes.
Everybody's like, dang, all them Brady haters. Ah.
So even if you disliked Brady before that,
You have to
he turned you
appreciate his
around. Yeah,
talent.
you had to appreciate his talent. You had to say at that point that it was just talent.
But if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm getting out of here.
Do you think he should
There's
leave
no
though?
reason to stay. You've been there literally your entire career.
But
You spent 4 years behind Brett Favre doing nothing. Came in there your first season and blew everybody away because everyone was like, wow, this dude is actually really, really good.
fun fact: one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time is Brett Favre. Okay.
And then
Moving on.
you get him a Super Bowl. You squeeze one out of that trash team that you had. And then after that, you just gave up on him. We're not going to get you any more blocking, receivers, defense, nothing. Just work hard for no reason. And after a while, it's like,
Get a little resentful.
It's kind of like that. Like I've done so much for this team. Like you guys aren't going to do the most that you can to put me in a successful position. It just that's why I'm pretty sure like that's part of why LeBron left because he's like I can't get any help here.
Right.
So I don't know. I think he should leave. I think he should just go somewhere better.
I feel like no matter how good you
Denver.
are, you need support.
I don't know.
You don't really?
Yep.
We're not doing that.
Best team.
Let's talk about my. Okay, so please don't send me hate mail. I am from California, so therefore I am very supportive.
We can just cut the video. I don't even want to hear this part.
You know what I'm gonna say too. I'm not gonna say the Rams. I'm gonna say the Los Angeles Chargers. But only to defend us, okay? So our quarterback is gonna get us to the playoffs. How you feeling about that?
I don't care at all. You have no Super Bowl in team history
We went to the Super Bowl.
and lost. I don't care.
Okay, but we went.
You have no Super Bowl in team history. Nothing the Chargers do I'll ever care about.
So
They could delete the organization tonight. I don't care. You don't bring anything to the
Where
NFL.
is your loyalty?
There's not one Charger trophy. No.
We're gonna get. I'm sticking by my team until
I'm
we
going
get
to be
one.
dead by the time the Chargers win. It's over with. I'm not watching.
Okay, but before they had Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City hadn't won in 50 years.
That's true.
Okay, so that means
Then
the
what happened?
Chargers.
They figured it out.
The Chargers who passed up.
We're
on
waiting on y'all now. We're all in the same division. Kansas City, Brown, Denver, and Chargers all in the same division. Only one of them teams ain't got no Super Bowl. That's crazy, right?
We're gonna get there.
No.
I believe in you.
Yeah, I trust the Raiders before y'all.
Oh,
trust
you the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you've heard my feelings, we will move on. Oh, we have to talk about Dallas. We must always talk about Dallas because it is America's team. We must talk about Dallas.
I don't know
and
why they say
have
that.
the best, not that any man out there would ever care, cheerleading squad.
Thanks.
I just thought I'd throw that in.
Cut that part out.
Just cut delete. Okay.
Cut that part right out of the video.
Edit.
Nobody cares. Anyway.
Anyways, I feel like, okay, so I like Dak. You know, don't write in and say she doesn't like Dak or whatever. But I feel like he's got good support.
He gotta go.
Something's missing.
Yes,
it's one of those
it's
teams that once again they have what seems like all the elements.
Potential.
Yeah, but it just never crosses the line.
Sometimes it's coaching because I know the Hawks were doing trash until they switched coaches, and then all of a sudden they just started winning everything. And now you got to look at the other coach like,
But that was my question. Do you think it's? I hate to say this. But
I feel like it's a lot. I think they need a different owner entirely of all of Dallas. They got to fix that. They got to start over. That dude's
First of all,
too old to be running that team.
First of all, I highly disagree. Love Jerry Jones. Can't believe you just said that. May not see him
What
next
has he
episode.
done for you lately? Nothing.
Okay, but that doesn't mean he's not a good owner.
No, I'm not trying to hear that.
I'm not going there with that.
You've had way too much talent over there not to win anything. That doesn't make any sense to me.
The insults. First Los Angeles, and now you're talking about Jerry Jones. Moment of silence. One of my favorite.
John Elway did a better job in Denver than Jerry Jones.
What?
We got to the Super Bowl, we lost. Terribly. 2 years later, he fixes everything, we win the Super Bowl.
Doesn't mean that Jerry Jones can't fix it. Or
How long has
the
he had to
quarterback
fix it?
to fix it. Takes.
You got to go back to Troy Aikman and then, like 2003, in order for Dallas to really be relevant.
He's got Dak there. I think Dak is very capable. I
trust
don't
the
know what's
Browns more
missing,
at this point.
but actually Baker.
Yeah, they're
I'm not.
They're not a bad team.
I used to crack up about the Browns, but no, we give it Baker Mayfield, which I think has the potential to be a great quarterback.
I gotta wait on that.
Well, something he needs something, some special coaching or something, but I feel like he has the potential there.
Well, that's why they drafted him, but
Yeah.
I got to wait.
But it just falls flat for whatever reason, kind of like Dak does. He'll start out okay, and then and then it just goes flat after that. And I don't understand when you have a team like that, And it happens in just throughout sports, period, where you just have this team that's all the elements seem to be there for it to be successful. But there's a little piece in there that's just not working.
Coaching.
Yeah, and I would think, I'm not getting on the coach, but I feel like that's a possibility that it could be just simply the coach.
To me, it'll always be the coach. If you have the right pieces,
Mm-hmm.
everything fits together, I will always think it's the coach.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel that way. Because there's no reason for you not to if you have the available talent to do it.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, there's something that you're missing, and that's what your coach is there for. You're supposed to bring the best out of all your players and elevate their
Right.
game, and you know what I'm saying? Kobe Hatfield, Jordan Hatfield, both of them are amazing players. Like, we can't guarantee they'd be the same person if they played for somebody else.
Right, this is true.
So at some point, great coaches produce great products.
It's
Greg
true.
Popovich is an amazing coach because he wins with whoever he got. I don't even know half some of their players' names.
But they
When you
still,
look at
he
the
brings out
roster,
the best in
what?
them.
You're
Yep.
not even what? You wasn't good anywhere until you got to the NBA.
That is what great coaching actually is. I mean, if you
It
look
is.
at the great coaches of all time, we don't want to do the
Mhm.
list of them, but in reality, it's that they had the ability to
Yeah.
take what they had, bring the best out of it in that group of people or in that team.
And then that's where you find, like, I personally think that's the difference between a good player who could have been a Hall of Famer
Mm-hmm.
and an actual Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Is coaching. To a degree.
To a degree, yeah. We don't want to.
Some players are just good,
Yeah.
and it don't matter where they go, they're just going to be better than people.
You're gonna always have those players, no matter what. I feel like if you put Aaron Rodgers on another team,
It
or
doesn't matter.
Tom Brady,
Where he goes,
using the example,
Yeah.
wherever they go, they're pretty much
you're just
gonna
going to be
do.
successful.
Yeah,
because
they're just gonna be
good. You're just good. But
They just have that element.
I always think it's
uplift.
coaching. I feel like Dallas, they've been like close because there's been a couple seasons where like they might actually, man.
That's what makes me so curious about Dallas is I feel like there's sometimes when they're almost there and you're just like, I see it. It's gonna come to fruition, and then the next thing you know, it goes flat. I feel like that about Baker. I feel like Baker, he's got all the potential to be this great quarterback. I feel like it's in there, but we can't get it out. You know what I mean? He's doing well, but he's not doing the max. We can't
Yeah.
get that out of him, and I'm not exactly sure.
Some of it, sometimes
Coaches
it's just
do
a
it.
player confidence thing.
You don't think Baker Mayfield is confident?
People change when they get into NFL, and it doesn't go how they expect it to
Yeah.
go.
Could be challenging.
Plus, you have to take into consideration fans. If you go anywhere other than where your home stadium is, they want you to fail. It's true.
That's true.
I hope you throw all the interceptions in the world. I hope you miss every shot if you're playing in Milwaukee. Every single shot. I'm not gonna cheer you on or nothing. I hope Chris Paul missed every layup when we play. That affects people. It does.
I think that does affect it. For
And
this
some people
season,
rise above it, and some people.
well, I think at a certain point when everybody's good, it is mental.
Yeah.
It is mental.
Because you're not trash all of a sudden. You just didn't start sucking for no reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't roll over like, I'm going to suck today. It's more like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. And then you start second guessing everything. Then you play trash and we laugh at you. And now
And we laugh at
and now we pretty much know you suck. And there you go. You stay in that lane because you don't do anything to get out of it.
We need to just kind of, I don't know, kind of monitor them, I guess, and just maybe that coach. Once again, we're gonna have a turnover on
I've
the
still got
coaches.
to watch Tampa Bay, which somehow it became the most popular city in Florida. It's because they won the Super Bowl.
Because, yeah, and they didn't close during COVID.
Yeah, they gave it. That's also true.
There was nowhere else to vacation.
They even gave a shout out to Tom Brady for that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brady. I don't know. I can't look at that team and say they can't win it again.
Do you think New England will rise again?
I think they're past.
Like a phoenix.
I don't feel like they. Because like Tom Brady's like not a common player you can run across, and so he can like compensate for a lot of, even if you have coaching mistakes or offensive mistakes, like he can fix a lot
He
of
can-
stuff.
yes.
Just like having Peyton Manning or Joe Montana, or
Right.
like a great receiver can make a quarterback look better than he is by
Right.
catching a lot of those terrible passes he's throwing, right? So I feel like I think New England is just going to be dead for a little bit.
You feel like it's going to be dead for a little bit? You don't
I feel like
Belichick-
even coaching, there's only so much you can
Rise.
do. There's only so much you can do. and you can't just run across another Brady. And for the most part, Green Bay got really lucky. Once you like run through that Hall of Fame player's career in your team, it doesn't really get replaced. Not immediately.
Mm-hmm.
When Denver had Peyton Manning and he left,
Right.
New England recently with Brady. You know, the Chargers when they lost LaDainian Tomlinson and all the other players. Like, once you go through that Hall of Fame cycle, it isn't the same. Just like the Cowboys when they had all those Hall of Famers, Troy Aikman and all them.
Yeah.
You know, it was Prime Time and all those other people. Since then, like, it just hasn't really been the same.
Iran Roma gave it a go.
Yeah, he did. He had a good
He
enough.
really did.
When they had Jason
Yeah.
Witten and DeMarcus Ware and like all those, but they had a good enough team to do it.
He gave it a go, but he would always get you all.
He would always
there,
mess
and
up in the
then-
playoffs.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he just interception prone.
Kind of like, no disrespect to Philip Rivers, but like Philip Rivers. I mean,
Yeah.
he would get you almost, and you'd be all excited, and then he would throw
When
like
you guys
4
went 14-2
interceptions.
and like 15-1, and you have Vincent Jackson, you know, Philip Rivers, Rodgers Cromartie, like you had all these players.
It felt like we were gonna.
You were killing everybody
Yes.
every game. You got there, and then you
Every
You
time.
just
we-
beat the Patriots.
and he kept doing it year after year.
Like,
I
they
mean,
would
that's why when he
kill
retired,
Peyton
we were
Manning.
like,
They just straight killed Peyton Manning. And then when they got to New England was like, it's okay. We got it from here.
we'll take it from here.
And then they
It's
lose
okay.
to the Giants, and everybody's like, how does that even... So, yeah, yeah. Once you go through that Hall of Fame cycle, I think New England's going to be pretty trash for a while. It
You don't want them
like,
to come back?
it's not even a popular, like, city.
What does that have to do with the game, though?
People want to play where they... You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, we did. We had this
location means a
conversation
lot
where
when
you
you're
say,
playing.
I'm not sure.
That's why it's
about
like
that.
we're lucky we have Giannis because nobody's looking at. I can't wait to get to Milwaukee. No, yes you can.
But
Yes,
that's
you
not
can.
the only factor. I mean,
It's a huge factor.
I don't know if it's even huge. It's like it's part of it.
The most successful teams are in popular places. Dallas is in Texas. Very, very popular.
What's the Vegas team?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What's the Vegas basketball team?
They don't have a Vegas basketball team. Not in the NBA.
So that's a popular place. We
It
don't
is,
have
but
any
it's
teams.
not as popular as LA. LA has what, 17 championships? Miami's popular.
We have good players. It's
That's
not.
'cause
They're not just there because of. Okay, we already. Must we argue every time we change
I'm saying.
from one sport to the next?
No. I'm just saying. I think we got lucky with Giannis because he's from Greece.
He didn't know any
He
better.
didn't know anything. and he
You're
just-
trying to say he didn't.
Yeah,
Know.
he
He didn't
was just
understand
like,
what
"Oh, Milwaukee,
Milwaukee
whatever,
was like.
I'll take it." Oh, man.
It's not that bad.
I don't know. I've never been
I mean, I wouldn't
there.
want to live there, but it's
Never-
not.
I'm saying, like, as far as popularity, like,
Yeah.
that's not one of the top cities on your list when you come to America. You know, like LA, Miami, Milwaukee. No.
You're not putting it at the top.
You're not throwing it
You
up.
didn't have a dream. To
No, I didn't have a
You
dream
wanted
to go,
to
no.
live in Milwaukee,
Mm-mm.
play football.
No, and it's too cold out there. That's why weather has a lot to do. It's too hot in Vegas to be there all day. No, 120 degrees outside.
In the summer.
I can't even buy ice cream. I can't do nothing. It's just hot all the time, all day.
Vegas is great. You know, it's a great place to be. You can't say Vegas
It's a great
isn't
place to
good.
be in the AC.
When there's air conditioning in the
There's
summer.
air conditioning. But outside of that, and in the winter it gets super cold. 'Cause
Really?
It's like that desert thing. You will freeze to death in Milwaukee. LA got nice weather. Miami got nice weather. Texas got decent weather, depending on what part you at, because it gets too hot there too sometimes.
Who are you expecting to see? Okay, let's just say we did a ridiculous level of, without even seeing the preseason, based on just last year's and the new people, because they had a lot of rookies again. Who would you be having some potential? Who do you feel like has the potential to have a good season? At least the good season.
okay.
We'll talk about just that part.
You have to say Kansas City.
Yeah.
You have to say Tampa Bay. They should do well.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they win it or not, I don't know. They
Right.
should do well.
Mm-hmm.
Denver's going to be trash. I'm sorry, they're just gonna be trash. The
That's your team.
Chargers gonna be all right. They're not gonna be They're not gonna be top tier. They're not gonna be trash. They're gonna be in the middle.
I like our quarterback.
I think the 49ers should be good. They should have a good season. Decently.
I think they'll be decent. I
should
wouldn't
be.
say that they should be good with.
I
the
think they go
capital G.
positive.
Yeah, I would say they would
I would
go
say like
positive.
10
yeah.
and 6.
Yeah, I would say they would go positive, but I don't know if they're going to be like
Yeah.
going all. I don't know. I don't think they're going to have like a kick.
I feel like Green Bay
Kick butt
without
season.
Aaron Rodgers is going to be. They don't figure out how to sign him in. They might as well quit the season. Because they're not. Yeah, no, I don't even know who the backup is.
I don't even know who the backup is. That's the sad part.
Yeah, I don't know. And
I mean, I would know if I looked it up, but it's not the point of that is saying that you don't know who can replace Aaron Rodgers. I mean, who are you gonna put in there that's gonna? I don't care how much he's watched him.
Yeah,
that's gonna be
hard. New England's gonna be trash. I have no faith in New England at all.
none.
Nah. They're gonna have the same problems as Denver. They don't have enough. Without some type of like Hall of Fame presence.
You don't think it's
Yeah,
gonna be?
they're gonna be trash.
Cam, isn't he injured?
No, I don't think Cam's even signed.
Okay.
I don't know about. Other than that, I don't really know about anybody else. Everybody else is kind of shaky. Like even the teams that did good last year, outside of the ones I named, I'm kind of like I don't even know.
Do you have any hope for Seattle? I mean, it's starting to.
No.
They paid that man all that money.
I think they're on their way down again. I think
No,
they're on
don't
their
say
way down.
that.
Yeah, they lost a lot of people. They haven't been the same since that Marshawn Lynch left. And people don't want to say that, but that's true.
People don't want to say
And
that.
they sat there and lost that Super Bowl. It was ridiculous. It was one of the worst. You threw an interception on the goal line.
I think you definitely have to say Kansas City.
Yeah.
It has to be in there. And Pat, you gotta love him. You gotta love the kid. I mean, he's gonna.
Yeah.
He is going to be. People are like, oh, he's not the greatest. Well, yeah, because he hasn't been playing long enough.
Yeah.
But I feel like as he continues on down the road, he's going to be considered if he keeps playing the way that he's playing and doesn't get injured. Which it doesn't look like. He gets some hits.
Yeah, but that
And he just bounces back from them that I can't even imagine. But I feel like he's going to be one of the greats if he keeps
Yeah.
definitely.
I don't like his name though. But
Patrick.
Yeah, Mahomes.
Oh, Mahomes.
It ain't got a ring to it.
But he doesn't have to have a Hollywood name. He's in Kansas City.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I don't even know it's in Kansas.
Do we need to talk about the Rams, who we are trying to avoid? Because
I don't care
like
for
the Chargers
none of the
personally.
teams in LA. None of them.
Even though the Rams don't.
I don't care about none of them.
No, you're from California. You're from LA specifically and
Kansas
California.
City, Tampa Bay, and Denver, and the 49ers. Those are the only teams I really care about. Everybody else,
I'm gonna give Dallas a chance. I'm gonna throw Dallas in there and say that they might do
you
something.
can lie to them if you want. You can do that. We've been
I'm
lying
gonna
to them for the last
throwing them in there and just say I think they can have a good
13 years,
season.
people been lying to them. It's our season. The Browns say the same thing.
I have hope for the Browns only because I love Baker so much, but I feel like if I'm being honest,
You understand there's 11 people
I know.
total on a, it's not just Baker alone.
I got it.
It's not a skills
I
challenge.
just said I had hope. I didn't say
Give
you
up.
know we don't
Give up.
give up. Just let it go.
Yeah, just let it go.
No, I'm a Chargers fan. I don't give up hope. I continue on until my team.
And where has it got you? Oh, all right. Yeah.
It's
Nowhere.
so wrong.
Nowhere.
That is so wrong.
I watched my team win the Super Bowl. You went your whole entire life and ain't seen the Chargers
Okay,
win.
they went
That's
to
crazy.
the Super Bowl. They played the 49ers. Steve Young went to the Super Bowl. We had Seattle back then. So they went to the Super Bowl. Okay, they just did it.
Okay.
Just didn't
So, all right.
win it.
The 49ers went to the Super Bowl again, but they didn't win. They lost to Kansas City. Champions succeed. Brady has a bunch of rings because he knows how to win.
Yeah, I have to give it to Brady. I really didn't want to, but
Nobody in LA plays like that. So.
So having said that,
Mhm.
we will wrap. We're gonna do, as the series comes to an end, the NBA finals. Skip to talking about NFL. I want to get, when the season starts, some hockey in there. I'm a Kings fan.
No.
What can I say?
Yeah, by yourself.
I'm doing both.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I can watch hockey.
No, I like it.
They're not it.
Hockey fans,
It takes
put
you-
down in the comment section and send him hate mail.
It's like soccer. Like,
No.
sometimes it takes too long to score. Some of them games end 1-0, 2-0.
No.
Yes. And you played all day.
I know, but that's,
And the game's 1-0.
that doesn't
No.
mean it's boring. It just
It's fun to play. There's a difference. I played hockey. It's fun. Watching it is not it. Unless they're fighting or somebody getting lit up or they're scoring, I'm good.
terrible.
Beach basketball, you're scoring all the time. Football, you're pretty much scoring consistently.
So we're gonna do some subject
Yeah,
content. We're gonna do some hockey. We're gonna talk about some NFL. We're gonna wrap up the NBA.
After the
Maybe
Bucks
you
win the
wanna add-
finals.
I was gonna repeat that. After someone wins, we don't know if it's the Bucks necessarily. Wins the fun. In case you didn't
Yeah,
see
in
it.
case you didn't see that.
It's okay. Thanks for having lunch with us. You know, like I said, this is the most relaxed you pretty much see us. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you notify, click notification, like, and then comment. All hate mail goes directly to
Send it my way.
Send it his way. And we will see you next time. Thanks so much for you guys.
You gotta cut that.
Okay, I do.
Yeah,